Scribbler Lesson 3, Move. You've learned how to create a basic program by programming the robot's lights and sound effects using the LED action block and the sound action block. Now you're going to program it to move. So your learning goal is student will be able to write a program to control the robot, and your daily objective is to understand how to use the move block. But before we get to the move block, let's look at the robot to see what makes it able to move. You can see two large wheels, one on either side, and there's a third little wheel over here just under the signal connector. This allows the robot to be more stable and able to handle bumps and uneven surfaces pretty well. The rubber O-rings on the wheels are very simple tires providing more traction. Now inside the S2, driving these wheels, is a small motor. When you program, you can tell each of these motors how fast to turn and in what direction. That means we can make it go straight, to turn, to spin, to stop, everything. We can do this using the appropriate action blocks. Sorry about that. Okay, we start with a clear worksheet. We're going to move the cursor to the Insert a Move command action block. We click it, it turns blue, we get the hatched things, and we click again, and we insert the action block. This window opens. There seem to be a lot of things to do here, but don't panic, you'll find it easy to understand. There are two main functions here: how fast each wheel is turning and for how long. In other words, speed and time. You can see the stopwatch. The best way to learn is simply to start dragging the controls around and watch the red and green arrows. These indicate the speed and direction of each of the two wheels. So we can make this wheel go faster and we can make it go backwards. And you can see in here now that left wheel is going at 92 and now it's going at -89. Negative means it's turning backwards. We can change it. We can change this one too. That one can go backwards and it can go forwards. And it goes from -100 backwards to +100. You can use the joystick. Move your mouse over it, click, hold down the left button, and move it around in random directions. Notice that you can make the arrows grow and shrink and point up and down as well. These numbers change as well, just like they did when we moved the arrows. It doesn't matter whether you move the joystick or the arrows. If you're really careful, you can make both numbers equal to 0. Oh, I'm not really careful, so let's do it manually. We're going to take them both down to 0. Click, click. Okay, both numbers are 0. That means both wheels have no speed, and that means that both numbers are stopped. Okay, and you've got a quick motion select button here. It'll cycle through various options. Now, because in this project we're only moving in a straight line, set both sides to a speed of +50. Okay, so now it's going to be moving forward at half speed because maximum speed is 100. Let's take it down one. Okay, both sides are going at 50. Now, before we upload this to our S2, okay, and here we can set the time. You can set the time here, or you can click these buttons. That would be half a second. If I want this to move forward at a speed of 50 for half a second, I click yes, and it puts it into the program. Now, before we upload this to our S2, we'd better add some delay at the beginning so that you have time to disconnect the cable and set the robot on the floor. So we use our wait block, and we're going to add some delay at the beginning. I'm going to add 5 seconds is a long time, but let's leave it at 5 for the moment. Okay, 4.9 will work. Okay, so I've got time to unplug it and take it to the table. Make sure you save it. Give it a sensible name, like move and your name, and then save it in your personal folder. And you'll also have to turn it into me. Remember, once your robot is plugged in and switched on, you're going to click on this button to send it to the Scribbler. Enjoy.